And then the third manifestation of the electricity deficit was in relation to load reduction. I did explain previously that load reduction is a downstream isolated infrastructure deficits that relates to both the reticulation and the distribution infrastructure, resulting in a localized community not having access to electricity during peak periods. Those peak periods in the morning and in the afternoon. And I'd made the point that it is immaterial to these communities, whether you call it load reduction or you call it load shedding. What is common is that there are periods in the day where they don't have electricity. But also what is more worrying about load reduction, it's got an appearance of discrimination on an income basis. So essentially you'll see when I map the prevalence of load reduction in the country, the density or the concentration of load reduction is in poor areas. And it gives an impression that we are penalizing the poor, those who can afford, and of course those who are affluent, the rich, who have a voice, are let scot-free. And it's something that we're soiling our message in relation to the efforts we're making to ensure that we're able to provide electricity to everyone on a continuous, uninterrupted basis, 24/7, 365 days a year. So now today I'm announcing we're ending load reduction. So I repeat, we're ending load reduction. The period we set ourselves is anything between 12 to 18 months, but it can be exceptionally shorter than that. And I'll explain to you why that 18 months period, because it's a function of how we get to be received by communities. And I'll tell you how we're going to address that situation. So I want to say to the country, we will end load reduction if there's absolute cooperation by communities. We'll end it in the next 12 months. And in areas where we experience resistance, we'll invest time and effort to engage with everyone. And in that instance, then we might push it further by another six months. But I want to say to the country that we are going to end load reduction in the next 12 months. Once we get that cooperation, there are parts of the country where we are confident we'll get that cooperation. There are parts of the country where we know it's going to be difficult. And I'll share with you what the features of the areas of difficulty, or if you like,